I remember when I had the testers and I would literally spray 1-2 sprays and it would fill my room. With you tonight is on a island. It's about time for waking up. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are watching, please like, comment and subscribe. Hopefully I can start building my channel and yeah, we can get this channel popping. So let me kind of define and clarify this title. So when you're going through a bad and low period of life, like you just feel low down and low-key depressed, and you need that pick-me-up, or when you start coming out that season and you start feeling like yourself, these are the fragrances that I start wearing again when I know that I'm coming out of that period and I'm feeling like myself again. These are my bad bee fragrances. Now I really had to choose and try not to go over too much, but the fragrances I have right here, baby, if you have one of any, then you're good. The first one, my recent baby. Guys, I've done a video unboxing this fragrance. If you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna link it below. Go and check it out. But this is my fragrance de Bois Oud Jaune Intense. Now this is a bad bee scent. But guys, it's just a tropical beauty. Like, they say there's oud in here, but the oud must be such a light kind of fresh smelling oud, because I don't really get oud in here, but it's such a rich tropical scent. Like with tropical scents, they're really rich. This is like a rich vanilla-y, buttery tropical scent, and you don't really get that with these kind of scents. I wore this on holiday when I went on holiday in February, and I couldn't get enough. This in the heat, on your skin, in the sun. Ooh, it's giving goddess vibes, like I'm telling you. Let me give you a visualization, okay? Because a lot of people do visualizations of what fragrance feels like when you wear it. This literally gives me you're on a beach in Mexico, the sun is shining, you're wearing a straw hat, you've got some suntan lotion on, you're drinking from a coconut, you're looking out to the horizon, and you never want to come home. Like, you never want to come home. There's sweet coconut and pina colada in the air. Like, this gives me those vibes. When I smell this, I just want to go on holiday and sit on a lounge chair and sit in the sun and drink pina coladas all day. Next fragrance is again one of my faves. Now I wear this fragrance when I want to go for a bit more of a grown kind of clean girl aesthetic, and that is Tiziana Terenzi Tabit. Now again, I've spoke about this in a lot of my previous videos before. This just gives me very clean girl. It's very mature. People say it's strong, but I don't feel like it's strong. There's a citrus in there, there's a subtle sweetness in there, like there's subtle floralness in there. It smells so good. Smells so good. Like, this is literally something I would wear to brunch with the girls. You could even wear it on like a lunch date. Like, it's not a heavy smoky fragrance. It's quite clean, but with the cleanness it still has a lot of depth there. It's definitely something that you can wear in the daytime and it can lead into the evening. Probably not an evening scent, but it will still make a very nice impression, especially in the warmer months. Next we have an old but good favorite. I remember before I even bought this fragrance, I was just contemplating, should I buy it, should I buy it? People say it smells like vanilla cake, should I buy it, is it worth the price? And I'm so glad I did. Of course, this is Zerjoff Lira. Now when people say this smells like a citrus cake, it smells like a citrus cake. Stop, guys, this smells literally like a citrus cake. Like, you can't explain it any other way. It smells just like, imagine you have a fresh tart crust in the oven, you smell the vanilla, you smell the tart crusting up, you know, the sugar, the butter, you smell all of that, and then when you bring it out, you put in a lemon cream base. Like, you just put it with lemon cream and you put it back in the oven to set. Like, that's what it smells like. Like, it's so bizarrely intriguing to me how they got this fragrance to just smell like a lemon dessert. Like, it's so interesting to me. I took this on holiday when I went on holiday in February, and when I tell you I sprayed it and my mom was like, what is that? So it comes across a bit tropically, but then the lemon, there's also lavender in here, gives it a kind of aromatic sense. It just smells comfy. It smells comfy, you smell sweet, you smell kind of sexy, you smell very interesting, yummy, like you smell all of that. Really bad bee fragrance. Next on the list we have Oriana by Parfums de Marly. This is just a very sweet, girly, fun, bubbly fragrance. So really, if you want to go on a date with this fragrance, it'll be great. Going out with girls with this fragrance, it'll be great. I've worn this once, and I spoke about this fragrance before on my channel. I wore this once when I went on a date, and like the guy couldn't keep his hands off me. I'm not even gonna lie. This is really your fun girl fragrance when you're in a fun mood, a bubbly, flirty mood. I would really reach for this. Again, it's not like a heavy, smoky, like a few of my other kind of fragrances coming up, but it still does the job. It will still make an impression. People will still ask you, oh my gosh, like you smell bright, you smell fun, you smell playful. So this is really a vibe. I don't know if it's a coincidence that I've done my kind of lighter, less smokier fragrances first, but next up we have Love by Kilian, or Love Don't Be Shy Extreme by Kilian. Again, just like Oriana, this is a fun, bubbly, playful, flirty fragrance. Now in this, as opposed to Oriana, this has a bit more of a citrus kind of vibe, but still along the lines of a playful, bubblegummy kind of girl out to have fun. If you guys know how much I was obsessed with Love, this is original Love with a little bit of Oriana. It's still very nice, very cute, very sweet, and it still does make an impression. Okay, next up, this is Lira by Nima. First of all, getting this fragrance is a bit long, I'm not gonna lie. I got this off eBay. I'm very sure it's authentic, but I got this off eBay just purely because it shipped faster. This is like Arabian's Tonka by Montal with a bit of vanilla, a bit of sweet vanilla. This is really my type of fragrance. Now, like, it's just such a pleasant vanilla. Like, it's not a safe girl kind of boring vanilla. It has smokiness, it has dimension. It's a very sexy, sultry vanilla, and it's defo giving bad bee vibes. Next up, now I've had a love-hate relationship with this fragrance, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first got it I didn't like it, but after I let it sit for a bit, I don't know what it is when some fragrances that you don't really agree with when you first get them, and when you let them sit and you revisit them, you start appreciating a lot of their aspects better. But this is Oud Satin Mood by MFK. Now, the reason I didn't like this when I first ever smelled it was definitely the violet note. So I think it's violet or iris in this, but there's one of those floral notes in here, and it smells literally like Parma violets. Like, if you've ever had Parma violets, I don't know if that was like a worldwide sweet or just a British thing, but there's this sweet called Parma violets, and when I'm telling you, that is my image and that is my connection when I smell violet or iris, just Parma violets. And this fragrance, when I first sprayed it and smelt it and wore it, the violets almost seemed so overripe, it made me nauseous. So smelling it now, and now I know kind of how the fragrance is, a little goes a long way. Like, I'm definitely an oversprayer. I don't care what it is, Baccarat Rouge, I will spray the hell out of myself. But this is definitely a little goes a long way. Like when I tell you, one spray of this, it can fill a room. Like I remember when I had the testers and I would literally spray 1-2 sprays and it would fill my room. So this is definitely one of those fragrances where a little goes a long way, a little makes a great impression. This is your date night, someone special, a special kind of occasion. You want to be smelled before you've walked in the room. You really want to make an impression before you've even been seen. This is one of those fragrances. So guys, I've not even made a dent on it because I use it so much, but I don't use much. So this is definitely Bad B, wants to make an impression, wants to command the room without having to do too much. This is her. And then of course, one of my all-time favorites, I spoke about her again, this is Kayali Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. You've got your rose, your peppered fresh rose. Oh jeez Louise. Kayali did their thing with this. This is a spicy, fresh, peppered rose. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is really, to me, it smells like rose scented pancakes. It's as crazy as it sounds. Rose scented pancakes, that's what I smell. Rose scented pancakes. It's like, it is so, the rose is so sweet and so jammy. It's verging on gourmand, but it's not a gourmand leaning fragrance at all. So I don't know how she did this, but Bad B fragrance. And this is one of those fragrances you can spray in the daytime and it can transition into evening and make just the same amount of impact. So this is really one of my all-time favorite fragrances. I'm not even gonna lie to you, this is actually my second bottle. But yeah, Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, if you've not smelled her, at least get a tester. At least try her before you even count her out. So that's the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.